Good morning, people. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to change your head on the brush cutter. It doesn't matter if you have the original head, the universal head, or you want to install the metal blade. Stay tuned. Alright, so this brush cutter is actually going to be 3 years this year, 2019 in October, right? And I just made a video how much, about 5 days ago, talking about how I just changed the recoil system here because this was not going back in. So a subscriber this morning messaged me and asked me about how to install the metal blades, and as I told the person, most times I don't have the parts, and this morning I dig up until I found them, even some old parts, and I decided to give you all a breakthrough, a walkthrough on everything concerning the machine. So you guys remember before I told you I was using a universal head? This is actually the brand new universal head here, this red one. And I told you all that there's a nut in the front of the machine, which is actually this, that mine's all worn out, and also the nut threading went bad. So this is actually the original one. After all those years of use, this is what it came down to. And to get it on and off, all I used to be using was the pipe wrench to adjust. So if you all still have the machine original from PriceMart or wherever you bought it, you'd have the bounce head, and most likely your bounce head would have been worn out to the point that it could not have opened and closed back. So this is actually my original head here. To get the head off, what you need to do is find the groove and let it line up. Place the Allen key that comes in your tool sack in the hole and rotate until it comes off. Okay, nice. And that's how you remove your head, whether it's the universal or the original head. But let me guys show you something. This part to the bottom here, this fatter part, is actually the adapter that is used to connect to the top. So this smaller part, it's what's on top. So I'm going to remove the adapter because most of you will not have this part. So I'll be using a big one and a small one in the crescent wrench to get it out. This has been together for the past 3 years, so it may take a while if I don't get it out. So the adapter is then removed, and this is what the adapter looks like. So as you guys can see, in the universal head, this is actually the same one that is going in and out. So this part needs to go back down into the machine. As you guys saw, I used 2 crescent wrench to remove it. I could not have gotten it out with the pipe wrench, and to tighten it back, I put it back and I go back to one of the same said crescent wrench to tighten. So you guys see these parts down here? Let me show you what it is. So this is from the Murry. So down here is where you put your grease to keep it lubricated. So after removing your head, you're going to leave your machine like this. Right now I'm going to give you a breakdown in the different heads, right? So the original head, it was attached like this and just screwed on. So that's how we'd have used the original head. Same thing, put on the Allen key through the hole and remove it. The universal head, I bought this one back in 2014. So this is the actual first universal head I had that you would have seen with the Murry brush cutter. So the original nut, as I said to you guys, was this. So this is the original one. This is how it comes when you purchase it. As I said to you guys, these where is located in Aruka, he actually has replacement bounce head for 100 TT, so you all need to check out the video I made before. That's how to replace your spring coil for your brush cutter if it's giving trouble. All these videos are linked in the playlist. So this is how it originally comes, with a big nut like this, a safety screw that you remove with a Phillips screwdriver. Lefty for loosen drive. The top has its nut. You remove, you turn left to loosen. There's a thread bolt in here, so it won't damage and go into the plastic. You all could tell the difference between the original and the first one I have, right? When you open now, there's a spring inside, and this is what holds and rotates with your hand when it goes into one of these 4 grooves here. And this is what basically inside of it looks like. Now the one what I've been looking the one what I've been using for the past 4 years, I have actually lose some parts. So inside there's no spring, the part to spin, it's gone. And the grooves at the side that holds it in place, at times they shift, but once it's closed down, it's secure. So you guys could see. So even though this is in this condition, I could still use it. As I said to you guys, I can no longer use this part. So that's why in the last video I told you all, after I fixed this part to the back of the machine, I had to go and replace this because the threading in this one went bad. And as you guys could see the size of it compared to the original one, I believe this could actually fit in the original. You see? When it comes to the steel blade, I want you guys to pay attention to this carefully, please. This is the original one, what I got for the Power Stroke, right? And this one here is the original one I got for the Murry. As you guys see, I now took it out of its casing. The thickness and the size and the weight of this is different from this one, okay? This one is slimmer as well. When it comes to blades, I want you all to pay attention and remember this. These blades are up to a certain max speed, okay? And also these blades were not designed to sharpen, because if you file it and you sharpen it, that means that you're offsetting the weight of this blade. And if you offset the blade, it can hit something, break off, and then you will damage yourself. So when it comes to these blades, if it go bad, don't try to sharpen it, don't try to smooth it out, replace it. You could get replacement blades cheap. So this is the original one for the Power Stroke, right? And let me show you guys how we are going to install this blade now. I am actually missing one of the tools that I need. That's this silver thing, like a screwdriver with a nut and where you could remove a nut from it. So this is the actual one that goes here. Remember, as I told you guys, this one that I have is actually a universal connector that I've been using for the past 4 years to connect the universal head to this brush cutter. So I place the blade on top, right? Here has a groove. You're making sure that the blade goes into this groove here. See that? It's in the groove, right? Over here now, where there's a dent, a dip in it, you're going to put this over this part like this. And now your nut, this actually has a groove to fit in as well onto here. This nut now, you're going to place this nut back here and screw it on. But wait, something is missing. This is how everybody normally puts on the head. That's wrong. Let me show you the correct thing to do now. There's actually this panel. This panel goes over and the nut goes on top through the hole. But you must keep an Allen key in place, so when you're rotating to tighten, it will tighten, okay? I cannot tighten it fully and start the machine because, as I told you guys, I don't have the correct thing to tighten and loosen it back out. So this is how you install the blade correctly, right? When you start your machine, you will feel the difference if it's on correctly or not. If you're feeling your machine vibrating, that means it's not balanced properly and you need to remove the head and put it back on, okay? This is actually the casing I had from the Murry brush cutter. So you guys can see back when I had the Murry, I used to use the blade. But since I got the Power Stroke, as I told you guys, I never use it. I basically stayed away from cutting high bush with the metal. But installing it, it's like this. Also, if you have on this panel here, it will not cause a problem. I know most people in the Caribbean don't use this, but this here is actually used to trim down the wire, so it will not get to a certain length. But in order for us to cover more grass in Trinidad and Tobago, we don't use this, and sometimes that causes us a little windshield, a little glass, but that's the price we pay. So I have never installed this one, as you guys could see as well. I still have this one brand new. And this is how you install your metal blade for your brush cutter. I also use this time to adjust all the different heads and installing all the different heads. So to take it off as well, Allen key back into the groove. Remember your Allen key. Everything is in this tool sack. You have a 8 and a 10 spanner as well. So here you will put the silver thing and remove the nut. Take off, back, and you install your head. So you guys remember, I make videos on the brush cutter, updates on it as well, and you just have to go into my YouTube channel, videos, then go over into playlist, search for brush cutters. As I told you guys, you could look at either the Murry brush cutter or the Power Stroke brush cutter. It's basically the same machine, and you'll get all information when it comes to parts, when it comes to servicing, those kind of things. I show you guys how to do it yourself as well. Even some tips and tricks for certain small minor problems you may be having with the machine. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more. Also, you guys, please check out my video on Labrace, Patch Lake, also the zoo and Bonify Popeyes deal. And if you all don't want to, I have one that I know you all will be interested in, which is my video, how to get free gas and movie tickets in Trinidad and Tobago.